Welcome everyone to the Drag Race and Central Race recap of the 2023 NHRA 4-Wide Nationals from ZMAX Dragway in Charlotte, North Carolina. Now without further ado, let's get into it with Top Fuel. In Top Fuel, young gun Austin Prague walks away with the 4-Wide Nationals win with a very crazy day of racing in Top Fuel, last starting line commotion. So let's kick it off with Top Fuel and we'll see Austin Prague's road to the finals.
Not if Justin, Jacob, and Mike have anything to say about it. Check this out. It's a coasting match. Austin Prague and Justin Ashley are going to get there. Austin goes 368, 331. That's low ET of race day. All four across the bottom. Puff of smoke. Check it out. It's going to be Leah and Austin. 3.715, 328, Austin Prague. Leah goes 3.753, 326 miles an hour. Ready. Red light, Steve Torrance. Win light, Austin Prague. They doubled up, 368, 330 miles an hour. Leah goes 3.708, 329.
Okay, some thoughts on Top Fuel this weekend from the 4-Wide Nationals. What I gotta say is Austin Prague getting on a roll early. I mean, his car was good all day during eliminations. He was there. He made it down the track. And that's the number one thing you can do in this era of NHRA. The cars are so even. They're so fast, but you don't want to be caught making a mistake. Like I've seen many of these big teams doing. Robert Hight and Funny Car made a bunch of big mistakes the past few races. But Austin Prague made no mistakes there. He was there, and he capitalized on it, and he got the win. And this is huge for that team. Last year, they struggled early in the season, and they finally got together in the countdown, but they were just a little bit too late, and Brittany Force got the championship. Now, if you think about it, if they would have got together more earlier, they could have had a better shot at the championship. So that makes you come to think this year, does this mean Austin Prague has got together early? And does that mean he can capitalize on it in the countdown to the championship when it matters? At the end of the day, that's when it matters. He has to capitalize on it in the countdown. But anyways, let's move on to Nitro Funny Car. Again, in Funny Car, the trend of the three-time champions continues as Robert Hight wins the 4-Wide Nationals in Charlotte, North Carolina. Let's take a look at Robert Hight's road to the finals.
We're ready. It's going to be 3 and 4. How about Robert Hight goes 392, 329. Mike McIntyre goes 394, 321. Maybe. Could be. No. It's going to be Robert Hight. It's going to be John Force. I told you, do not keep giving John chances. In the hands of the driver. 1,000 feet from here, there's a gold wally. Who's going to get there first? Pretty nice drag race, wouldn't you say? Robert Hight, 3.8, 328. That's a win.
So Robert Hight walks away with the Wally at the 2023 NHRA 4-Wide Nationals. Some thoughts on this weekend. Robert Hight bounces back. Past 2 weekends were not very good for that team. They've came back. They've got the win. They proved they still got it. And in my opinion, I think they're definitely going to be the second closest to Matt Hagan. But Matt Hagan did not have a good day. Went out early in first round. But let's keep an eye on Ron Capps, though. Ron Capps, in my opinion, he knows how to do it when it matters. And that's the number one thing in this era of the sport with the countdown. You have to do it when it matters. You must do it when it matters. If you don't win, you can win all the races you want. But if you don't win in the countdown, it doesn't mean anything at the end of the day. So Ron Capps, especially last year, he proved that he knows how to do it when it counts. And in my opinion, that's the biggest thing you can do in this era of NHRA. So Ron Capps, I would keep an eye on him. He was there in the final round today, and I have a feeling he's going to be in many more final rounds, and he's obviously eventually going to win a race this season. So that's about it for Funny Car. Let's take a look at some thoughts from this weekend in ZMAX. So some thoughts from this weekend in ZMAX. Obviously horrible conditions all weekend long. It was miserable, rainy, like the worst conditions you could ask for a drag race. And I want to give a shout out to the NHRA Safety Safari, everyone at NHRA for this weekend. I know normally in this segment, this is normally the segment where we bash the NHRA, but I'm not going to do that this week. They did everything pretty good this weekend. But in my opinion, the NHRA Safety Safari was absolutely on it. They took the horrible conditions that we had this weekend and turned it into something raceable. Keep in mind, let's reiterate, if this was any other drag racing series, I don't care what drag racing series you're talking about, MPK, PDRA, Midwest Drag Racing Series, doesn't matter. This race most likely does not happen. Like, this race would be canceled. So, let's give a round of applause to everyone at NHRA. They earned it for this weekend, and they prevailed. That once again shows why NHRA is the most professional drag racing series out there, and it's why it's the best, most spectator-friendly drag racing series, despite some of the things that they do wrong. But this is one of the things that they do right, and I believe they deserve to be acknowledged for it. But that's going to be it from the Drag Racing Central race recap from the NHRA 4Y Nationals. We will see you guys next time for the 2023 Chicago Nationals. I don't even know what we're calling it, Route 66 Chicago Nationals. I'll have to look at the name. But we'll see you next time for the recap from Chicago.